Hello and welcome to the last dance of GRS F1. It is the last race of season number 6. F2 is finished, F3 is finished, and today we just have one race left. It is Abu Dhabi for the season finale. I am a little bit late and I'm very sorry about that, but this should not affect the quality of the race in any way. And I'm sure we will have a very interesting stream. Luke starting from the back of the grid once again. And so far, Arjan is on top of the leaderboard. Yeah, I can go to Arjan, great. On top of the leaderboard and going out for his last shot in qualifying. Why? Right, the lobby is still taking its time to load up, I guess. I'm so late, just to annoy you, Jensen, just to annoy you. Anyways, let's take a look. Who's on the lap? Leo seems to be on a lap, actually. And he finishes and goes right behind his teammate on P3 with a 122.0. There's a Ferrari coming as well. This should be Otto. He's on an in lap. All right. Well, Jensen's having fun. At least one person is having fun. That's important. As Adam has left the session. And Alfie is going in as well with around 3 minutes left. So he should be good to come out once again. And there's a McLaren. This should be either Dino or Marco. The championship fight for P3 is still very on. Luke has already crowned himself champion. Matthew Bailey is currently sitting in P2 with David Hoy just 27 points behind him. However, I do think it's over because they're just 26 points. Yeah. So David can reach P3 at a maximum, and Matthew Bailey is runner up in F1. So congratulations to this. And let's see who will take F3 after P3 after this race. Is it David Hoy, Dino Pushkadia, Harry Nunns, or Blake Ward that we are watching right now? Yeah, my PlayStation decided to rebuild itself. That is true. Dino invalidated his run, however he should be good to go again. And it's very busy in the last sector right now. And yes, Martin about to start his lap. Jensen and Timo with no time on the board so far. Let's see if they can change that. Arjan started his lap right about now. The Mercedes there decided to retire, as he probably won't be able to improve anymore. And now it is David Hoy, who needs a good position if he wants to keep P3 in the championship, who comes over the line and goes ahead of Leo actually in P3 with a 22.0 as well. Adam, or Claire, however you refer to him, starting his lap, and Blake goes P6 right ahead of his teammate. Dino starting his last lap now, hopefully. I mean, it will be his last lap because there is no time left. Matthew Bailey starting his last lap as well. Nathan about to do the exact same. Alfie does so as well. Otto will do so. Jesus. What about Marco? Yeah, Marco. He's the one that I can rely on. He will finish and give me something to watch. No, he will start a lap. Oh, never mind. Never mind then. Timo starting his lap as well, and there is a Oh, Jesus! Well, there was a beautiful camera angle there. This S Martin is in the wall. And I think the next car to come across the line will be Jensen. Let's see what the British man can do. It is a 122.4, just enough for P8. So he'll need to do some work during the Grand Prix in order to work his way through the field, and it stays in P6. And Blake goes in, can't improve anymore. What about Matthew? Is he able to challenge for pole position here? Arjan could not improve. And Matthew does improve, however, it is not enough. So he will stay in P2 as well. Because I don't think that Otto is able to improve by that much. And because he's invalidated. Marco, let's see what he can do. The last man to come across the line. No. Yes, the last man to come across the line. Runs very wide there in the last corner and decides to have a little chat with the wall there. Maybe he wanted to take the quick way through the wall straight into his garage. This did not work. And this is the final grid for the last race of the season, of season number 6. It is Arjan ahead of Matthew, ahead of David, ahead of Leo, ahead of the Red Bull of Claire or Adam, however you may say. Dino, Ennis, Alfie, Blake, Jensen, Nathan, Otto, Diaz Martin, Marco, Timo and Luke, who is trying to do a last to first once again. Mrs. Golden Flame, yeah, Mrs. Golden Flame is actually a good name. Grid seems to be really close. The first 11 within 6.5 tenths. Alright, if I'm nice to Timo, I have to be not nice to you. This is no good English, but you know what I mean. But I'm never nice to you. I will predict that you will crash out at least 2 people in the first lap. And the sun is setting, the sun is going down. Yeah, you're crashing lap 1 anyway, yeah, you're crashing into people. You snore in your clip, you won't get a penalty. Oh god. Many more spectators than on any other weekend I've seen this season. However, they are still cheering to cars that are standing on the grid. So, you know. F1 attendance. What did you say there? Race start at 19:30. Yeah, you were not nice to Liam. I wrote that already. I had a lot of time, if you don't know, because of my PlayStation. You know, I was bored. And this is the last race start of the season. It is 5 red lights, and they are off for the final time of the season. Arjan leading F1. What is this? Arjan leading F1 into turn number 1 for one last time. He stays ahead of the Mercedes, ahead of David, and ahead of Leo. However, behind him there are a lot of battles. Where's McLaren? Dino survived, which is very nice. And there are 2 Ferraris going side by side with the Williams. They make slight contact. Luke already up into P8. This man is on. Jesus, man, he's very quick again. Nathan going for the launch down the inside, banging wheels there with Ennis. However, Ennis is able to stay ahead. And now Jensen found himself in P12. Already with a penalty. I mean, I'm not surprised. Hold on. Jensen down the inside now of Otto there. Can Otto keep it around the outside? Jensen is boxed in again and nearly loses the rear there. And just about avoids his teammate, or his teammate just about avoids him. Arjan dropped down to P3. Now it is a Mercedes double lead. Matthew ahead of Leo, ahead of Arjan, ahead of Blake and David. And Dino going in the pits already. Probably he got damage in turn 4 when he had the little incident with the Red Bull there. And whilst Otto is attempting an overtake on the Williams here on Nathan, let's take a look at the tires in just a second. Otto made it stick around the outside, beautifully done there. Yeah, Luke is crazy, not gonna lie. I mean, P6 after just one lap is mental. However, and it has to defend himself against Mrs. Bradshaw there, or Mrs. Golden Flame, who is losing another position to Nathan now, and potentially to Timo. Oh, don't crash into each other, boys, or boys and girls. Arjan spun himself. Arjan is in the wall, and this is his lead gone. As what it? This is not funny, but well, Adam has crashed once again. Adam has done it, as he's done it nearly every single time this season. Not a single person going into the pits. Leo on softs. Alright, interesting strategy choice there. Ahead of Matthew on hards. Blake is on the mediums. Luke is in P4 after just 2 laps of racing. I mean, come on, give this man a challenge. Someone break his wing or something and make him drive with no front wing. Well, Luke in P4 is absolutely crazy. David P5, the 2 Ferraris P6 and 7 both on the mediums. Nathan, Timo and the S Martin all 3 on hards. Marco on mediums. Arjan possibly with front wing damage, however he would have went into the pits then, I guess. In P12, Alfie P13, Jensen P14 and Dino P15. And of course, last but not least, Adam, who's in the wall. Let's take another look at this. I mean, Luke is the one that's just crazy, you know. He stands out with 12 positions gained. Arjan lost 11. Dino lost 9 as well, but he pitted. So, you know, Blake gained 6, which is impressive as well. Leo on the softs gained 3. He had to do it, to be fair, in order to make a soft work. Otto also improved 5 positions. Timo improved 6. And Jensen lost 4. Well, Jensen, not your best of starts, but still a long race to go. 26 laps left, so nothing is decided. Leo, I'm surprised he didn't pit yet, because the softs, they will be gone in like 3 or 4 laps, I believe. So yeah, interesting. Maybe he thinks there will be another safety car short after. We do not know. And this is a beautiful shot here of the... I forgot the name of the hotel there in the background. It's some sort of hotel right at the marina. Jensen, I mean, I guess if you're snoring, Adam will forgive you. But he collected another penalty as he's going off track now and retiring, possibly. Is he? Yes, indeed, he retired. Lovely. and already left the session. So I can't even check how many penalties he had, but I think he picked up one at the start of the race, and he's retired on track, which is dangerous. Adam won't like this, or Zeke won't like this. But the safety car is coming in this lap. Great. Just gave you a drive-through. Yeah, it was a skill issue, I guess. I mean, the game just doesn't like you, I guess. My start was delayed. I didn't realize we were going. Oh, Jesus. I've got a new follower. Great, or GRS has got a new follower. And let's see when Leo will put the pedal to the belly. Yeah, he's gone now. That is super early, and he's called Matthew off guard there, and he's called me off guard as well. Blake is already under attack by Luke. Americans don't really know how it feels like to be under attack, but Luke is putting a lot of pressure on Blake, who is feeling it and got a huge snap coming out of turn 1 there, and needed to let Luke go. Yeah, Luke is up in P3 on the podium position, ahead of Blake. Well done there. And is looking for a move on David here on the medium tires. Is he gonna go down the inside? Yes, he is. Into the hairpin they go. Otto trying to sneak through as well. However, he could not make the move just yet. Maybe now, using his GRS and the slipstream, will he go down the inside? David, no, David didn't really choose a line quite early there, and this made it really hard for Otto. Dino now fighting with Alfie, and Dino is up and ahead. The Croatian, who needs a good position if he wants to get P3 in the standings. He needs 5 points, I think, 5 points more than David, which at the moment he won't get. Side by side going through the penultimate corner here. Arjan and Marco on the inside there, and Arjan on the hards around the outside, letting his teammate go now, because he knows that Dino really needs these points, so no point in fighting and holding him up. Yes, Martin also let Alfie pass there, as the lobby is a little laggy on my end. Tonight sums up your season. You didn't crash into anyone, so not really good summarization, I guess. But yeah, you had jokes aside, you had some very unfortunate races. We have to say that. Whereas we are seeing Arjan making a move on both McLarens there, and he is able to get it done. No, Dino is holding on, and he is now on the inside, which means he should be able to stay ahead if Arjan does not go for a major switchback there. They make contact, but Dino is able to keep his car planted on the road. And DRS is enabled, with Leo being 1.2 seconds ahead of Matthew. And this is important for him if he wants to keep that P1 for now. You were messing about and then we got brake checked. Well, yeah, that's why you shouldn't mess around. But now, to get back to my point, you had some unfortunate races. You had some unfortunate incidents that weren't always your fault. Sometimes they were, but not all the time. We have to be that fair. And now Otto getting past his teammate there, up into P5. The Swedish man goes. However, he got a horrible exit out of that corner there. I wouldn't really break it down to just one incident that you don't agree with, and I am still struggling to get past Dino there. And I would just say there are always two people that are involved in an incident, at least two, and sometimes you really were unlucky that the other driver didn't really, I don't know, it didn't always went your way. If you know what I mean. I wouldn't just break it down to one incident. Yeah, you were quite quick at the start of the season. It really looked like you could challenge for the championship, but I don't even quite know what happened there. If it actually just were the incidents that broke you mentally wise or driving wise, if you know what I mean. But oh, that is sad to hear. However, Jesus, that is some good camera angle, you know. That just looks so good. Yeah, I had the same, to be honest. I like Gran Turismo and F1 that I played very regularly, and then I played some GT7 more than F1. Didn't really race in an F1 league, and then I just stuck with GT7 because, you know. I mean, F2 produces enough carnage without you. Where's Blake? Oh, there he is. With no front wing, the American flies around the track, letting everyone pass, though very, very fair. Let's get back to the front there, and is fighting with David. David is up into P5 now, and Leo slowly feeling his soft dying. I do think that you have F1 pace. I really do believe that you've got F1 pace. However, you're unfortunate in most of the races, and maybe you're lacking some consistency. But especially in qualifying, you are up there with some of the quickest drivers in the league. So I would definitely not put you in F2. And again, I don't think that you would enjoy F2 more, because from what I've seen, F2 is even worse than F1, as this is Marco off track with no damage as far as I can see. So I guess it was good that you stayed in F1, and if you decide to sign up again, I think it will be better for you to stay in F1. Because F2, of course, the drivers are slower on average. However, this does not mean that they are. Well, I don't know how to put it, but usually they are slower. However, they produce more carnage, and most of them don't know how to race side by side as good as most of the F1 drivers do. And since you're struggling in F1 a bit already, you didn't then. I mean, now I do think you know how to race side by side. You just do some very, well, I don't know how to say it. Sometimes your decisions are very, you don't think them through completely. And this just comes with time and experience, I guess. I mean, you're aggressive, yeah, exactly. but I don't think that you don't know how to race side by side, as the Aston Martin is in the wall there. Found your pace in open. I found my pace in open lobbies as well. No, I found my pace in ranked lobbies. As there's Ennis fighting with Leo. Ennis needs to get past as soon as possible. And just look at that acceleration of the Ferrari there. Well, I do like coming back to F1 every now and then from racing GT and Gran Turismo. IndyCar isn't slower, they just got less downforce, no? I mean, F4 I understand, but IndyCar just got less downforce, I think. Luke up into P1 again, and now Otto right at the tail of Matthew. Oh, hello, Mitch. Yeah, I feel the same actually, and I mean I'm usually playing Gran Turismo or GT cars, so I'm even slower than F4 and IndyCar, but F1 really feels weird. To be fair though, what I've realized the most, at least on my PlayStation, is that with F1 I play on, I don't know, it feels like 15 FPS or so it's unplayable anyway, competitively. Yeah, it's the same with Gran Turismo, to be honest. The force feedback on F1 is so much worse on F1, just the force feedback. So Matthew back into P1 ahead of Luke, and there are the three: Timo, Ennis and David battling for P5. Ian staying behind Alfie for now, however this won't be the case for much longer, I guess. Yeah, the people that can switch between two racing games are, in my opinion, if they are quick on at least one game, they are at the top level of their game. Because it is just so different, for me at least, so difficult to get used to the different handling. To be fair though, Dino is on controller. I don't know how different it is on controller. But on a wheel at least it is, for me, I can't do it really. But he doesn't play Trackmania with a wheel, does he? I mean, I play Farming Simulator before my races as well, but you can't really compare that, can you? Farming Simulator is the best game on earth. You can't. However, whatever you will say, I will disagree with you. Yeah, I mean, of course you can use your wheel on Farming Simulator. They've got special wheels as well with like joysticks and stuff. But I'm not that deep into it. And I really have to say, coming back to F1 for a second here at least, these camera angles in Abu Dhabi are really good. I don't know why it is so much better compared to any other track, but EA did a great job with that here. I have to say that. $30, yeah. I mean, Farming Simulator is a great game, especially because you've got a huge community that uploads maps and mods and whatever you can find F1 cars for farming simulator and everything. You know, you can probably plow your field with an F1 car. And is battling with David there, and can he keep it all? They make a little bit of contact, which unstables both of their cars, and now gets a much better exit. However, he decides to stay behind, judging by the looks of it. Oh, does he? He goes to the right hand side, and now around the outside, Timo tries to find a way around as well. However, he's not able to. Nathan joining the party and now is ahead of Timo. Side by side they go. Timo decides to back out of it. And Nathan locks up his front tires a little, going a little bit deep. And Leo's still holding on these soft tires. No, not anymore. He goes in the pits now after 14 laps. This is impressive, to be honest. I thought they would be dead after like 10 laps or so. Get me a WRC car for the fields. Leo did get hauled up in the pits, which is unfortunate. David trying once again to get past Ennis. Maybe now on the long straight with the help of GRS. David goes to the left and now is comfortably ahead of that Ennis. Oh, Ennis did crash into David there, I think. So it would be a little unfair if he goes past now, in my opinion. However, my opinion is invalid anyway. Leo lost about 6 seconds just because he got hauled up in the pits. That is horrible, you know. He's on the mediums now, while Matthew's on the mediums as well. So he won't even be able to improve because of that. Or gain because of that, not improve. Alfie now behind Arjan. And Blake trying to make a move as well. Will Alfie back off? No, Alfie actually makes the move and gets ahead. And is now going through the tunnel here in Abu Dhabi. Probably the most iconic thing this track has to offer. Timo coming out right ahead of Dino there. Dino now sitting in P9. And with David being in P1, Dino needs to find some pace. David does need to pit, I think. Yeah, he does need to, same as Nathan. So Dino should be able to get ahead of David. But Dino needs 5 points more than David, or 6 I think, because David won a race. No, David didn't win a race, but he got P2. And now it is both him and Nathan in the pits, with Matthew setting the fastest lap of the Grand Prix so far. And let's take a look, where is Dino right now? Dino is now coming over the line. Timo setting another fastest lap of the race, and Dino will not get out ahead of David. David sitting in P6 now, right behind Ennis again. I mean, he knows that situation already. Timo now making his tires work that are on temperature or up to temperature already. Nathan still need some time to heat up. And let's take a look. David decides to stay behind and Nathan does the same. Ayan ahead of Alfie there. And let's take a look at the front of the grid, or the front of the race. David Hoy domination. I mean, the races he's competed in, he was really good. Or at least the races I can remember. The races I can remember, he really was very good. And I mean, in the end, it paid off, or it will probably pay off, with him getting P3 in the championship. If, yeah, Blake or Dino would need to finish ahead of him, and this is not very likely at the moment. Speaking of Blake, our fellow American, right in the sandwich here of the McLaren and the Aston. Oh, and there's a move. Dino going forward on Nathan, down the inside he goes. The Croatian driver, does he leave him enough space? Yes, he does. Side by side they go. Dino gets the better exit, gets a better acceleration, more traction, and is ahead. If Nathan does not come back, no, he decides to stay behind. And Luke and Matthew are both very close behind each other, both quite low on GRS. Also looking like he's going to have a really good result as well. Marco, oh geez, these three are going 3 wide here. Marco, no, he won't go for moving to turn 1, will he? No. The GRS team leader, I think he's the team leader, yeah, or team manager, whatever the correct name is. Did make a great team with Dino this season, I have to say. No. More moves happening with just 11 laps to go. Marco trying to get past Blake there, and well, it was an optimistic move there in the braking zone, but nothing happened, so it's all fine, I guess. It's all fine. Matthew recharging his battery a bit, same as Luke. And the grid is still very close together. We can take a look at this. The first, well, the whole grid is within 24 seconds, which is really not much. Which shows that the grid is really competitive, and there are some battles here and there, like between Luke and Matthew, or Ennis and David, or the one that we are watching now, Nathan and Dino. And I always feel like Luke is going for a move, but he never is. Otto is on the hards, so he might need to defend himself against Leo in a couple of laps. However, his hards might be a bit faster than Leo's mediums by then. Ennis on the hard as well, went with the same strategy as his teammate did. Luke win. As far as I can remember, if the situation was like this, so Luke being very close behind the leader a couple of laps before the race is ending, Luke always, or nearly always, won these kind of situations. So I think the odds are definitely with or for Luke. I'm not quite sure how to say it in English, but you know what I mean. it's looking really good for Luke. Leo 2.5 seconds behind Otto. Needs to close the gap as soon as possible to get in the DRS. Nathan flashing there, and Dino trying to get past on the next straight with the help of DRS. Or is he going for now? No. Looked like he went for the switchback there. But he does not need to do so, as the DRS will be powerful enough. And now it is Dino up into P8. Going a little wider in the hairpin. However, still got a decent exit. Nathan looking to come back, and yes, he is back into P8. Dino now down to 9th. And this is the Croatian in the McLaren. He won't like that, as Matthew is entering lap number 22. Oh, and Blake has crashed at the same place where his teammate crashed as well, and this brings out the virtual safety car. Not sure if anyone's going to pit. Timo is. Timo goes in probably for softs then, which does make sense, to be honest. If you've got a fresh set, why not? Marco doing the same. And now let's take a look at possibly the last, or the last time we are going to get a look at that beautiful tunnel here in Abu Dhabi in this season of GRS. And I know there are still some laps left, but I really have to say it was a phenomenal season once again. Luke was, or is, a phenomenal champion. He's proved many times that he is the fastest driver on the grid, and one of the fastest drivers in the world, arguably. He's really up there, and yeah, virtual safety car ended. I really had a lot of fun in the commentary box. I enjoyed it a lot. Peak round 1. I mean, after round 1, I'm just looking up where you finished exactly. You got 6 points, so this means P6, I think. The MVP of the season. Well, that's a good question. I might want to go with... Well, there are many people. There are many people. I really enjoyed, of course, watching Luke dominate. Matthew trying to keep up with him. It wasn't always possible. So he definitely deserves, I don't know, he deserves something for that, for trying to hold up with Luke and trying to keep up with Luke, and not only trying but succeeding. Also, the two Ferraris, I have a special relationship with them, but they know that themselves. Nathan basically never retired, no matter how bad the situation looked. This is really impressive in my opinion. He was there all the time. He never gave up. Same as Dino. Dino also had some very special races and good races. He's up there in the championship standings. No, that's not that special relationship. Especially Ennis knows what I mean. So if you wanted an honest opinion from me, I would give you Ennis as MVP, but this would be very biased, so I'm not going to do that. Ian turned up for round did he turn up for any other round than round 12? I'm not sure. Alfie, same as, say, oh, David, what's happening there? Leo dropping positions. He was in the first round, okay, alright. Luke up into the lead. Well, yeah, Nathan, same as Alfie, they impressed me by never giving up. No matter how bad the situation looked, they always kept fighting, and this is quite rare in this scene nowadays. So this deserves an award, as well as Ennis is in the wall, and this brings out a very late safety car. Oh yeah, he spun himself on into the right wall there. Will we see another Nicolas Latifi? Oh, is Ennis Nicolas Latifi now? I don't know. It's up to you to decide that. Timo and Jensen, I will never forget. Basically, they were something quite special this season. Most commonly known as the Crash duo, but both of you definitely did not lack any sort of pace. You are both really quick. No, you're both not bad. You really are both not bad. I think you're just both. You've other priorities as well in life. I'm not saying that the other drivers see F1 as their priority, but I guess you know what I mean. You really made the season funny and special in a different way, so that was really nice as well. Blake, the only American, did a great job. He could have been up there on the championship podium as well if he had a little more luck, maybe. He is the best American in the league. He's the only one as well, I think, or one of a few amount. However, still, Blake, really great driver. Adam, well, I didn't get to see much of Adam since he is an F2 driver, I think, and just races in F1 as well at times. I didn't quite understand what was going on with them there. Yeah, Blake has really been mega. He was unlucky, as I said, but he's shown some great, especially race pace, that arguably there are just 2 or 3 drivers on this grid that can match him in terms of race pace. So yeah, Blake's been really good. But Adam, I didn't get to see much of him because I'm not sure if he's in F2 or F1. However, all the time he raced in F1, he got taken out or crashed and then retired after 2 laps. So he is by far the most unlucky driver on this grid by far. So I can't really, to come back to the original question, I can't really tell you an MVP because everyone was special in their own way. There were some drivers that turned up, won a race and then never raced again, which is also impressive. But yeah, it was a phenomenal season in my eyes. Cute. it was just all in all a really great season, and I've really enjoyed it. And it might be my last season as a commentator, so I really liked it. I had loads of fun, and I hope I could make the streams sort of enjoyable, even though my German accent, you know, is not the best, but yeah, I tried my best. And so we will get 2 more laps, 28 and 29 of racing, Well, I guess you'll be good with, I don't know who does it. Maybe Charlie and Jack. They've done a beautiful job whenever I couldn't do it. So I don't know. Maybe I'll do it as well. We will see next season. But no, I won't. I definitely won't do it. I might be there as a reserve commentator. But yeah, the world is there to be changed, and changes always something positive. Or not always, but most of the times. So you can't be stuck with me forever. There has to be a new face or a new voice. And yeah. From what I've seen, Jack and Charlie are very, very funny as well. I guess if you wind them up a bit, you can chill with them. But otherwise, just go annoy Adam, I guess. I mean, you know. Safety car coming in this lap, and we've got 2 laps left. You know what I would really enjoy? If they would just go in formation the 2 last laps. This won't happen, I know, but I've been told to annoy you. Oh god. You know, I won't disappear. You know, I will be there, just not as a main commentator anymore. And let's see, will Luke go as early as Leo did? He went a little later, however Matthew did not get the best of restarts. Otto right there behind him. David lost some ground to Otto already. No moves happening further down the field. He's our favorite German. Thank you, I guess. Yeah, I won't leave. I just won't be able to commentate full time anymore. I'm trying to make some late moves. Dino now finds himself next to Arjan and Timo there. They go 3 wide into the hairpin one last time. They make contact. The Haas there leaves Arjan enough space, and it was fairly clean, to be honest. Arjan now later on the brakes. However, where did Timo come from? He just boosted his car around the corner there. And now Dino is ahead of Arjan. I got a little touch in the rear, but nothing to worry about. Yeah, exactly. You still have Jack and Charlie. They did a great job, and I'm sure they will do it next season if they get the opportunity. Luke got a pen, yeah, I missed that. You should be a commentator, Jensen, not gonna lie. You're doing a better job than me. But your teammate went up into P7 and gets a massive snap of oversteer there. Right ahead of Dino and Arjan. Will they make it 3 wide once again? Timo at the very left of the track. Side by side they go. Arjan late on the brakes. Will he make the corner? Yes, he will. Leaves Timo just about enough space. Pushed him a little wide there. And this was some lag there. Ennis has left the session. And let's take a quick look at the front again. Where's Otto? Otto around the outside on Matthew there. And Matthew concedes the position because he knows he's the only one without penalties. And so he will be the one, if he does not get a penalty last second, he will be the one who wins the final race of the season. Matthew Bailey, congratulations. to winning the last race of the season. And Nathan as well, he got a podium. In the end, it all paid off. Congratulations to him. Otto keeps P4, Luke gets P2, Leo P5, Timo P6, the Aston P7, Marco P8, Arjan P9, David P10, and with that he saved himself P3 in the championship. Dino gets P11 and Alfie P12 as he's doing some donuts. Great man. Yeah, Luke did lose a race indeed. You know, driver of the day, deserved again. Didn't last to second. Sounds horrible, but you know, he tried the last to first and it did not work. Still, it's crazy what Luke's able to do. He's probably the quickest driver I've seen on an F1 game, or I've been in a lobby with. Arjan forced him off, so yeah, I think it was both of them could have done a little better there. But one last podium celebration there. Yeah, Luke was really angry, I guess, when he got the 3-second time penalty, because he would have done it this race. He would have done it, but he's not good enough, I guess. He's not good enough. Cheers to the podium finishers, and it is just 10 seconds left again. And yeah, we won't get a final result then. We will just get the Marina of Abu Dhabi. And this was season number 6 of GRS. I can't say it often enough, but I really enjoyed this season. I am very grateful for the opportunity I got here as a commentator. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed every single race I was able to commentate. I hope you did too. And this is season 6 unofficially over, because there might be one last race, but you will find out about this in the Discord. If you want to race, make sure to check the link in the description. Leave a like, leave a subscription if you enjoyed it, and come back next season, I guess, or come back for one last race this season. Again, I'm very grateful for the opportunity. Thanks everyone for being on the stream so often. And well, yeah, maybe this was my last race, my last stream. Maybe not. We will find out, or never find out. I don't know. Yeah, I won't go, Jensen. I really appreciate that you enjoyed me so much. I really do. But yeah, this was it. Season 6 GRS is officially or unofficially over now. I hope you have a really nice evening, and I'm sure we will see each other in the Discord. But now I wish you a nice evening and goodbye from me.